Jrue Holiday is one of the best defenders in the NBA right now, and in my opinion, he's the best perimeter defender in the league. So today we will go over a couple things he does extremely well. And if you all enjoy this video, I will do a part 2 or even turn this into a series. First, let's start with his on-ball defense and specifically talk about his active hands. Jrue Holiday has some of the best hands in the NBA, and one important quality that he has to help that is his amazing anticipation. Anticipation is key when getting steals, defensive stops, or really any other thing you do on the basketball court requires some level of anticipation and what I like to call making an educated guess. But let's focus on this play right here. This is from a couple seasons ago when the Milwaukee Bucks and Phoenix Suns were in the NBA Finals. First, watch how Holiday sort of hovers and swipes his hand over the ball. By doing this, he is applying more pressure to the ball handler to make them uncomfortable, and as a defensive player, that is the main objective. Then watch how Holiday straightens up his body and takes the contact in the chest before poking the ball out of Booker's hands. This wasn't an accident. This is a very strategic move he uses often. And for all my hoopers out there, you should too. Now let's see another example. Here he is guarding Pistons point guard Killian Hayes. Watch how Jrue Holiday slides his feet right to cut him off, and then he uses his chest to absorb the contact before poking the ball free like we saw in the previous clip. Let me explain why this is so effective when performed correctly. Because when the offensive player makes contact with you, all of their momentum stops. They obviously aren't going to try to run over you, and when their momentum stops, so does the ball. So that makes it a lot easier to poke away. Here's one more example. Watch how he beats TJ to his spot, or anticipates him going left and cuts him off by absorbing the contact, then swiping the ball away. To do this, you need a lot of practice. This isn't just something you're going to learn today and then start doing tomorrow. Like I said earlier, doing this requires you to make an educated guess. And the only way to make an educated guess is by practicing and studying your opponent's tendencies and movements. Now that we've gone over Holiday's bump steal strategy, let's now talk about how he uses his active hands in the passing lanes. Passing lane steals are so important for a defense because you sometimes get a head start in transition, which leads to easier points. And Jrue Holiday has mastered this as well. Watch how the Heat player drives to the rim for a layup, then he passes it out, but Holiday is right there to make the play. The reason he made this play is because of the one word you've heard 100 times already in this video, anticipation. He's aware that his man is behind him in the corner, and he knows the Heat player isn't going to attempt a layup with the Greek freak, and Brook Lopez being his nearest defenders. So Holiday is now expecting a pass out, and the offensive player does exactly what Holiday wanted him to do. Another way he uses his hands is on finishing moves. He has excellent timing and hand positioning with defending a player driving to the rim. He does it in many different ways as well. He can swipe from behind, on your left or right side, or over your shoulder. Watch this play. As he's guarding Kevin Durant, he times the swipe down perfectly. Jrue is elite, is poking at the ball in its most vulnerable moments. But these are just small parts of what makes him an elite defender. So if you want a part 2 on other parts of his defense, just like the video and comment down below, and I'll have it out as soon as possible. I hope these couple of tips can help you in your basketball games and make you a better defender, but follow me on Instagram at LockNation101 for daily NBA content. Till next time.